Today, we are showing how to manage Snowflake support cases from Snowsight UI. So here's the documentation, and will also be in the YouTube description link. And so the how to get here is there's two ways. You can go click your drop down and then click support, or you could go directly to the help and support and then support right here. And as you can see, if you're authorized to, you can also see and click into these other objects. Let's say I wanted to see what was going on over here. I can click on it, and if users are authorized, they can also escalate and resolve case. So if you're an account admin or org admin, you can have that privilege to resolve and escalate other user support cases and to take over other cases. And also if you add watchers to do that as well. As you can see, there's various search functionality as well should you want to have many different tickets. And to create a support case, you just click over here, give a short summary of the issue, and it could be across anything. Sometimes people even ask about performance tuning for big data. They will say, help. And I'll give an example of that, but it could be across anything across the Snowflake platform. Help performance tune this big query or something like that. Describe the issue in detail. I am trying to do whatever, and feel free to flesh that out. You can add attachments if necessary. Sometimes it helps to add like the pictures of the query profile or whatever you need to do. For performance, generally we recommend adding a query ID of, let's say, what query you're working on. And sometimes it helps to say, hey, this is when it worked well, this is when didn't, can you help me out? And then you can always put the more options there. So when you're doing multiple queries, you can add multiple queries here, and you can continue adding. Generally between 1 or 2 is fine. Now, where did the issue occur? As you can see, Snowflake has many different issues, many different areas, as it's a big platform. So you can do it across all of these many features, and then it helps us bring in the requisite experts to get into what we need to resolve your issue. Sev4 is the default, and generally the majority of your issues will be resolved by Sev4. You can choose Sev3 if it's a little more urgent, but you have workarounds. Sev2 and Sev1 generally try not to use unless it really is a Sev2 or Sev1. Sev1 is obviously the most critical alert, is if though the entire Snowflake account was inaccessible. That's generally a Sev1 alert. So yeah, generally leave it at the default of Sev4. And then select watchers. If you click this, it will basically give you the various users, and you could select the additional people. Watchers will be notified on case updates. It is your responsibility to ensure that watchers have the necessary privileges to access the case. And I'm glad that went back to the documentation. So when you're done, you would just hit the create case, and then it would create a case that you and others can manage over here, and you also get email notification as well. So that documentation, or we could just come back to over here, just walking through. As you see, you need to verify your email. That's how we contact you as well, via email. Granting access to the support system to individual users. So generally, if people will need to be granted by the account admin to manage their own user support cases, and Snowflake currently has no limit on the number of users that you can create support tickets in your Snowflake account. So that's another benefit of Snowflake. We're really a customer first, and we want to allow your users to create support tickets without having to limit that. Now, managing account support cases is if you want to have the ability to also see and escalate and resolve other user support tickets, or if somebody has given you watch permission on that support ticket. And then finally, for even more power, is you can see across the entire organizations. If you've enabled the organizations feature and you have 2 or more accounts, this is often very helpful to see all your support tickets across one central place. So as you can see, pretty straightforward for the account manager to grant those support cases to various users. Generally, after some amount of Snowflake training, it's good to, and if people have questions and you feel confident they're not going to be responsible for the usage of it, just go for it. So as you can see, a little more documentation. You could view an update. You can escalate, and then you can also resolve. So, and then adding watchers is also again, people want to be CC'd or be kept informed of that is very handy. All right, so quick recap. We showed how to create Snowflake tickets. Generally, you come here and you click support or go to help and support. And then to create a support case, you just hit that blue button and you can create unlimited number of users in your account, can create support tickets. So go for it. Thank you very much.